2021. And we will be starting very soon, 1:30. So please make sure to take your seats and get ready for our start. Our global stage will be opening very soon. We have such interesting content that you don't want to miss it. Make sure you take your places and be ready to continue scaling FinTech Future together. welcome back. I hope you have an incredible lunch because we are having an incredible half of this second day. And I'm not going to say much because our next guest, we are so happy to have him here to give us his welcoming remarks and to open this second half of the day. So please welcome here on stage, Alfred, Secretary for Innovation and Technology, Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Please give him a clap.
Distinguished speakers, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. A warm welcome to all of you here in the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center and to our online audience to the 2021 Hong Kong FinTech Week. I'm honored to join industry experts and practitioners from different parts of the world and explore how to promote wider use of innovation technology, INT, in our society. As one of the world's leading financial centers, Hong Kong has evolved into a prime location for the fast-growing FinTech sector in just a few years. In 2017, we had only 180 FinTech companies and some 2,200 startups. Today, we are home to more than 600 FinTech companies and over 3,700 startups. We also witnessed the birth of 12 unicorns. The consumer FinTech adoption rate in Hong Kong reached 67%, which is one of the highest in the world. I'm delighted to learn that KPMG ranks Hong Kong amongst the world's top 10 technology innovation hubs outside Silicon Valley over the next 4 years. In taking stock of our rapid development of FinTech, I shall express my appreciation to the tremendous effort made by our two INT flagships, Cyberport and Science Park, in nurturing our local FinTech community. Cyberport, as a local landmark, INT landmark, hosts the biggest FinTech community in Hong Kong. Today, its FinTech clusters comprise nearly 400 FinTech companies specializing in blockchain, mobile payment, program trading, etc. And it helped incubate 2 FinTech unicorns. Cyberport is not just a venue for new joiners. Last year, Cyberport was entrusted by the government to implement the Financial Practitioners FinTech Training Program, providing FinTech-related training to over 1,200 practitioners from the banking, insurance, and security sectors. We understand one of the major challenges to startup is to obtain sufficient funding to transform innovative ideas into real business. To drive further FinTech adoption, we have just announced to support the launch of Hong Kong Monetary Authority Hong Kong MA's FinTech Supervisory Sandbox 3.0 through the Public Sector Child Scheme. We will provide a maximum of 1 million Hong Kong dollars in funding to local technology firms for each eligible project supported by Hong Kong MA. Eligible local technology firms may apply for funding if the 12 projects are assessed to have the potential to support the Hong Kong MA's regulatory and supervisory work in areas such as RegTech and cybersecurity, or related to and can enhance the Hong Kong MA's infrastructure project under the FinTech 2025 strategy. In addition to the financial support to local firms provided by the government, Cyberport has also launched a number of funding schemes to offer assistance to FinTech startups to cater for their needs at different stages of development over the years. For example, the Cyberport launched its Creative Microfund in 2009 to provide a seed funding of $100,000 to each individual project to convert innovative concepts into prototypes. Earlier this year, An additional 200 million Hong Kong dollars were injected into the fund to enable more promising startups, including FinTech startups, to prosper. On the other hand, since its implementation in 2005, the Cyberport Incubation Program provides comprehensive financial, technical, and business advisory support to technological startups. All these efforts have helped catalyze the phenomenal growth of our FinTech community. In addition, the Science Park also accommodates some 80 companies engaged in the R&D of various FinTech solutions, covering MedTech, which use information technology to enhance regulatory processes, investment and wealth management, and e-commerce. To help capitalize new growth opportunity and cause industry innovation, the FinTech Center of the Science Park was officially opened in January this year at the Inno Center. Since then, the center has served as a focal point for all stakeholders to co-create projects for the financial sector with advanced technologies. Another major initiative was the launch of the Banking, Financial Services, and Insurance Accelerator in January this year, which helps bridging financial companies and technology venture in the Science Park to develop FinTech solutions and create a wide range of new business opportunities in the world of banking, financial services, and insurance. I believe we will soon witness many eye-opening business solutions in the market. Talent is another key to I&T development. On one hand, we are attracting talent from all over the world to Hong Kong via our global STEM professorship scheme and technology talent admission scheme. On the other hand, we are eager to train up our next generation I&T talent from primary schooling all the way to tertiary education. We launched the Learning More About IT program in primary schools and the IT Innovation Lab in secondary school program to cultivate students' interest in the I&T through various STEM-related extracurricular activities. Whereas university students can experience I&T-related work and explore career opportunities during their study under the STEM internship scheme. Over 4,000 students have benefited from the scheme since its inception in 2020. Incidentally, this year also marks the 7th anniversary for the Cyberport University Partnership Program. Since its launch in 2015, over 300 youth entrepreneurs received FinTech-focused entrepreneurship training from renowned overseas universities, and 68 teams successfully obtained seed funding from the Cyberport Creative Microfund. To sustain the interest of our university graduates to join the I&T industry, we have also launched different schemes to encourage them in pursuing a career in I&T upon graduation. For instance, we launched the Research and Talent Hub program with 5,400 research positions offered to university graduates over the past 4 years. This is not the finishing line, but we are striving to create a varied I&T environment in our community. We have just organized the first ever City I&T Grand Challenge competition, which attracted more than 740 submissions under the 2 topics of environmental sustainability and social connectivity from over 1,200 local and non-local consultants on an individual or team basis. We will conduct trials of some of the winning solutions at government departments or public organizations where appropriate. We will certainly keep our momentum in nurturing, attracting, and retaining talent. Our efforts in driving FinTech development are definitely not limited to what I have just shared with you. The country's 14th five-year plan has firmly expressed the central government's clear support for Hong Kong development into an international I&T hub. In response, the Chief Executive has earlier announced a series of forward-looking I&T initiatives in her 2021 policy address, which include the earmarking of a number of sites for I&T development, promotion of R&D, and pooling tech talent, and provision of support for startups in gaining a foothold in the Greater Bay Area. All these new initiatives will give our I&T ecosystem, including our FinTech cluster, another big boost. Hong Kong FinTech Week 2021 puts many stakeholders together. I hope you all will benefit from this 5-day event by engaging with other participants and exploring opportunity to scale up the FinTech development.